It all started when 4 friends and I rented a boat to go fishing on the river. Near that river, there was a pasture with cows and horses. Before we left home, a friend of my grandmother said something. "Son, be cautious. An old long-nailed hairy man is wandering around there." When I was pregnant with my daughter, he tried to scratch me to pass on the curse. Being the brave coward that I am, I said, if I find that bastard, I'll kill him. But I was praying not to find him, right? So we went fishing. We were right in front of the pasture where the oxen and the horse were. We stayed there for quite a while and didn't catch a single fish. Then out of nowhere, a really thick fog started to appear. The oxen and the horse started to run. We were totally on edge, you know? Each of us grabbed an oar until suddenly on the edge of the pasture, man, a really creepy creature appeared. It looked like a dog, only really huge, you know? It was too smoky to see clearly. The creature lifted its 2 front paws to jump into the water. It must have been about 3 meters tall, man. Careless, we dropped the oar in the water. The creature started getting closer, man. It was swimming toward us and destroyed the oars with its bite. Luckily, there was that little motor on the back of the boat, right? I started trying to start that thing. I was pulling the handle, pulling the cord to get it going. But it seemed like there was some kind of problem, you know? The thing kept getting closer and closer until, by some divine miracle, the engine started, man. We sped out of that place. We got to the dock where we had rented the boat. We told the fishermen what we saw. One of them said, "There are a lot of things in this world we pray we never run into. I once heard of a man who went fishing there and disappeared." I ran to my grandma's house and started crying out of fear, wanting to do anything so that thing wouldn't come after me. I have to admit I was terrified. And by the way, my name is William. I'm Marcos Pereira. My story starts when I was 8 years old. We lived in a small house with just a few rooms and we didn't have a big yard, just a hallway where I used to play with my brother, who was a year younger than me. So my mom decided to buy a house that would fit our needs. Up to that point, everything was fine. We moved to a neighborhood farther from downtown. The house had a decent yard, several rooms, and the area was peaceful. One day, my cousin came over and suggested we watch a movie. And guess which movie it was? Curse of Chucky. I couldn't refuse to watch it in front of my little brother. What kind of example would I be setting for him if I chickened out? We watched the movie and I was scared out of my mind, but I didn't show my fear. After watching that movie, I couldn't sleep well because we had a lot of toys. I was afraid they would come to life and kill us. So every night I was tense like that. One afternoon, I was alone in the room, lying on the bed playing on my dad's phone. Then I really needed to go to the bathroom. So I left my doll lying on the bed near the phone. I did my business and came back. When I got to the room and looked at the bed, the doll was standing on the bed facing the door. That day, I didn't sleep in that room. I asked my mom if I could sleep in her room. Luckily, my mom sold all those cursed toys. Sometimes I still wake up scared, thinking there's a killer doll watching me, ready to take me out. Hi, my name is Leo Augusto. I'm going to tell you a story. That happened to me when I was 7 years old. I had a friend who lived on the corner of my street. We used to spend a lot of time at his house playing cards, you know? One day he asked me if I wanted to buy a ring from him. I took a good look at it and ended up buying it for 5 reais. What made me buy this ring was its appearance. It was made of a dark, very shiny material. Eventually, I realized it wasn't just a finger object. I enjoyed rolling it down ramps and slopes to play with it. You know, one day I was in my room, sitting on the bed relaxing. I started rolling the ring hard under the bed. It would hit the wall and then come back. It was a way to pass the time. One day I pushed it more gently and watched to see what would happen. It didn't touch the wall and fell, so it couldn't roll back. My box camera was making it hard to reach and grab it. As soon as I stood up, I heard a noise from the ring. And it rolled back slowly to my foot. I got scared. But even so, I gathered my courage and took a good look under the bed, right? After all, how could the ring come back after falling? I didn't see anything. I stopped playing with it after that. When I turned 10, I started playing with that ring again. This time I put it on a wooden ramp I had made. When I let it go down, the ring rolled down and reached the floor. When I was about to pick it up, it went back up to the top of the ramp by itself. Nowadays, I only wear it on my finger. And of course, before that, I put it in a glass of holy water just to make sure it was completely spiritually clean. I went to the house of the friend who had sold it to me, but his house wasn't there anymore. There was only an empty lot with dry trees. "Hey, Mr. Tonho, what happened to John's house here?"
What are you talking about?
There was never a house there. Actually, there was, but it was demolished 50 years ago. One night, the house mysteriously caught fire and the family who lived there disappeared. It's not known for sure if there were any victims.
No one has lived there for 50 years. Are you crazy? Are you out of your mind?
Right then, I grabbed the ring and threw it away.